to do a bear squeeze. You can smash them. You can reverse the market overnight, and all of their long and short stuff will lose value, and they'll be burned and bankrupted, and then they'll go away and leave you alone. But with the European Central Bank, they built that in, right? The oligarchs, in their wisdom, they said, we're going to be even worse than the U.S. Federal Reserve. We will not have open market operations because that might allow the European Central Bank to buy the government bonds of these countries. Moreover, for Weidmann, I would say to him, look at German history. You're looking at 1923. You guys are always harping 1923. Hyperinflation. And remember that in the mind of the Austrian, 1923 is the worst. It's not the worst. 1929 gave you Hitler in 3 or 4 years. 1923 did not. Bank in a minute on World Crisis Radio.
Hey everyone, my Ghost 80% AR-15 project was a total success. Thank you, Guns80.com. Thank you. I bought my Ghost AR-15 at Guns80.com. It's everything I expected more. Just got a note from my buddy Mark, and now they're having a huge Black Friday and a big Cyber Monday sale. Guess Christmas is coming early this year. I'm definitely ordering one for my brother on Black Friday because the price drops to $400. Yes, I did just say that. $400. Unbelievable. At Guns80.com, the big sale is on. Begins Friday, November 22nd, and ends December 1st. So hurry now. Sale prices for Ghost ARs again, $400. Black Friday will be a good day. Get your Ghost AR-15 at Guns80.com. Sale is on right now at Guns80.com. That's Guns80.com. Guns and the number 8080.com. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everyone from our good friends at Guns80.com. The big sale is on. I'll see you there.
Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right, that's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 400-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Independently leading the way for the nation. Compelling talk for every political persuasion. We are G's.
Welcome to the final segment of our post-Thanksgiving broadcast here at World Crisis Radio. So what I urge people to do, we want to keep a drumbeat on the social media in favor of Reverend Pinckney, obviously. And you should take a look at Tarpley.net, take a look at Webster G. Tarpley Twitter feed. In addition, on the great questions of war and peace, we've got to keep up a social media presence against General Allen, the disgraced general who is now the ISIS czar Allen. And he is pressing to start bombing Assad. That would be a wider war. The answer is no. That was, of course, always the inherent difficulty, is that once you started this bombing, there would be a neocon bid to redirect, to reroute the bombing. And this is it. That's what we're seeing right now. Time to defeat that attempt. So keep up the scrutiny on General Allen and his disgraced sidekick McGurk. Read the scabrous emails that he exchanged with his paramour from the from the Wall Street Journal, please. Wall Street Journal. And Michel Flournoy. The answer is no. No to Michel. Michel Flournoy, Flournoy, and the answer is no. No to your bid to take over the Pentagon. You're a warmonger. You're from the Center for the New American Security. You're a tool of the Petraeus-Allen cabal, and you mean to start bombing Assad while sparing ISIS and actually trying to turn ISIS more against Assad. That's the hypothesis. And of course, we want to deplore Obama's extraordinary lack of judgment. On the other hand, he's prodded along by Madame 9mm and by R.J. Kapheim with his hunting rifle, ammunition, and knife. Now, what does this all lead to? Good problem for Thanksgiving weekend. The Gruber problem. We have the government a Malthusian bureaucrat by the name of Gruber, who said that the Obamacare Affordable Care Act had to be designed to obscure the content of the law because the voters are stupid. And of course, Republicans who live by precisely this are now shocked. They're shocked that somebody could say this about voters. Well, how can I describe? How can I decide something like this? What does a leading person in our faction say about it? Right? How about Abraham Lincoln? You'll remember the famous dictum: "You can fool all of the people all of the time, and some of the people." You can fool some of the people. Now I'm in the Bush dilemma, right? You can fool all of the people some of the time and some of the people all the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Or in Scripture, we read in Ecclesiastes, the Latin Vulgate, infinitus est numerus stultorum. And I think Cicero says something almost identical. So the Roman tradition and the Christian tradition. Ecclesiastes says the number of fools is infinite. So between Lincoln and Ecclesiastes, I think that there is a problem. Now, Gruber is not a person of goodwill, and we don't like him because he's for rationing health care, and he's PNAC, right? The the MedPAC, IMAC and MedPAC. He's for these cost-cutting entities inside Medicare and in Obamacare. But now we have to talk seriously about this issue, right? There's a real issue of false consciousness. Why do people fail to follow their own enlightened self-interest? Why do people insist on voting for one of the two imperialist parties? Why don't they, as soon as there's a third party, any other choice, why don't they immediately crowd into that camp? Why don't they form a third party to somehow destabilize this duopoly and make it a little bit less predictable? False consciousness is everywhere, and I would say one of the principal ingredients in this is cultural populism, as we warned, right? The idea that you come forward and you say, I am like you, because cultural populism and identity politics are virtually identical, and they are equally bankrupt. They say, vote for someone who shares ethnic, cultural, or other characteristics, religious characteristics that you have, or just vote for somebody who shares your obsessive prejudices. That's a Republican cultural populist or a Democratic identity politician. And the answer is that what you need is, in other words, rationality, maturity, self-government begins with a program, and that's got to be, above all, an economic program. The question to a politician is not, prove to me that you share my prejudices or my backward tendencies. Right? We've heard it in so many different forms. Right? The checked shirt, the horseshoe pit, the jelly beans on the desk, the motorcycle, the pickup truck, the various props that have been used, and it all leads to absolutely nothing except further oppression. There is, of course, there's a series of analyses. What's the matter with Kansas, right? What's the matter with Kansas? Well, the first thing the matter with Kansas is it's a plantation of the Koch brothers. But the second problem with the what's the matter with Kansas is the Democratic Party fails to provide a real alternative to the legitimate insecurities and economic aspirations of the people involved. The Democratic Party seems not to have very much to offer to people in the middle class who feel threatened, right? They're in a status panic, and the Democratic Party doesn't offer it. So the Democratic Party appears to be a kind of confederation of interest groups. The Republican Party, more back because it's simply the party of oligarchical privilege and its dupes on the basis of cultural populism. False consciousness is related to similar concepts of alienation. For example, what is your economic interest? What is everybody's economic interest? Well, if you look at this in the cold light of day, you'll see that there's a worldwide division of labor. You will see that your standard of living, modest though it may be, depends on a worldwide interconnected productive network. There is a world division of labor. This is a significant achievement. We have it even in late imperialism. It continues to develop, although some parts of it atrophy, and I think more atrophies than grows. There is still growth in some areas. But you essentially have a standard of living now which couldn't be done without about 5 billion people, right? If the world population is somewhat in excess of 7 billion, it looks like 5 billion, somewhere between 5 and 6 billion would be the work, depending on how this is defined. Your interest is to upgrade this worldwide division of labor, right? This world-spanning productive network. The cultural populist, and again, the most extreme is an extreme nationalist, right? The Farage or the Grillo, people like this, cultural populists. They're a form of manipulation, but it depends on alienation. The alienation that you don't understand what it is that provides your living standard. You've never been told where it all comes from, right? Stephen Colbert says food comes from the kitchen. Another kid says food comes from the supermarket. Well, no, it's got this, again, this worldwide commodity flow. So false consciousness flourishes. The political system, in particular the Republican Party, I think, is an example